lovable, kind of quirky looking, medium-sized white dogs with spots all over. And the spots are really, really all over.
Spots everywhere. In fact, if you open their mouths, you might be surprised to see that they actually have spots in their mouths.
But guess what? When they're born, they have no spots.
Dalmatians are actually born all white, and then the spots develop as they mature.
You know, they're cute, they're mascotish.
Believe it or not, George Washington was the first breeder for Dalmatians that we know of in the United States.
The Dalmatian. It's the dog famous for riding along on the fire truck.
I would have to guess that firemen like to hang out with Dalmatians because they are great attention grabbers. Most firemen grab my attention anyway, but...
It's the dog hanging with the Clydesdales, protecting the beer. And it's the dog who hit the big time with Disney's 101 Dalmatians movies. But with the Dalmatians' fame came a price. Owners getting the dogs thought they would be just like the sweet, loving creatures they saw in the movies. But guys, that's Hollywood.
There was a lot of indiscriminate breeding, sort of puppy mill type stuff. There are issues with temperament and aggression.
But not all Dalmatians are problem dogs. With the right breeding and training, these eye-catching animals can be great pets.
The Dalmatians' origins are actually a little bit hazy. It's a really ancient breed. Some people think that it may go all the way back to Egypt.
In the beginning, those polka dot hounds were bred as war and guard dogs.
This is one of the, well, I think the only breed of dog that was bred for what they call coaching. They would run alongside the stagecoaches and they would clear the crowds out of the way.
These society dogs went from protecting rich people in horse-drawn carriages to protecting horse-drawn fire trucks.
Although they don't run along the sides of fire trucks anymore, they basically are wonderful mascots for the firehouse.
For a few reasons, these dogs really stand out. First, very obvious, the spots on their coats, which range from the size of a dime to a $50. Ever wonder how many spots the dogs can have? Well, that can vary too, from just a few to almost total spot coverage. Another cool quality, their stocky body and strong muscles, which give them the power to run and run for miles on end.
They're very, very active dogs. In fact, if you're a jogger or a runner, a Dalmatian is going to hit the spot. They do like to run away, and they have what's called selective hearing. So you can say, come here, and they just don't hear you.
Yep, these dogs can be independent and stubborn. But don't be fooled. These rambunctious hounds are super smart.
They're amazing dogs, and they're really intelligent. And because they're really intelligent, they seem to sometimes think that they know that they're boss and not you.
So you just have to make sure that you start early, consistent, patient training when they're puppies.
Good puppy.
And that's what the folks up here in Saranac Lake, New York are doing with their newest addition to the Firehouse family.
I like this little one because they're all unique, and she's just like one of us.
This is Smokey. She's just 4 months old. Firefighter Rick Yorkie, whose dad was fire chief here, has been with the department since 1985. And he says this little girl has a lot to learn.
Well, we just got her. She's still young. She's just learning. She's really wild. She was on the table and ate the blueberry pie.
The firehouse can be a busy place with an average of 3 calls a day. And after a harrowing rescue, coming back and seeing a cute little spotted doggy can be quite comforting. Julie Harjong knows.
You know, after a bad call where people are exhausted, people are, you know, just drained, to be able to come back and get greeted by the dog kind of really gives you that rekindling of spirit.
No, don't chew it, please. She has to earn this uniform. You got to grow into it so you can march with us in parades. Ties underneath her. There.
Yep, Smokey's got to earn her spots in the heart of these guys because she's the 6th Smokey to live here. All the dogs have been loved, but none like Smokey 5, always by Rick's side, even away from the firehouse, Smokey 5 was definitely Rick's best friend.
She used to show her teeth. We thought it looked scary, but it was actually a smile. She'd meet you at the top of the stairs.
However, after 13 years, Smokey 5 went blind and then suffered kidney failure. And so it was unfortunately time to put her down.
Oh, it was sad. It was a real sad day. It's tough. You get attracted to them so much. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. I just miss the old dog.
And as much as they all missed Smokey 5, they knew they needed to get a Smokey 6. But the dog they got was deaf in one ear. In fact, 1 in 3 Dalmatians have hearing issues. But with Smokey 6, they overlooked it because of the dog's birth date.
I don't know if it's just a coincidence. They were born on October 21st, which happened to be the same date the dog we just had put down was born. So I don't know if that was the other dog telling us to go get it.
Smokey's our newest supervisor.
But Smokey is not just a cute firehouse mascot.
Smoke, we'll be back.
She has an important job here.
Back of your hand first, let her smell.
Assisting Julie while teaching the kids in town fire safety.
What number do we call if there's a fire? 911. That's awesome.
And when Smokey 6 gets older, she will demonstrate just like the other dogs did, how to stop, drop, and roll.
Fire prevention rocks!
And after a long day's work, Smokey snuggles in with her main man, Rick. And while this Smokey obviously loves firehouse living, the ideal location for most Dalmatians would be in a warm climate with lots of running room.
To have this dog as an apartment dweller in a city is just completely crazy.
As for training, start early, just like they're doing with little Smokey. And full-grown 40-poundish Dalmatians are sort of cat-like in cleanliness with little grooming. And if you decide to get a Dalmatian, ask for a raise, because these dogs can have health issues.
Bladder stones can cause a lot of problems, so they need to be fed a special diet.
But most importantly, if you do get a Dalmatian, make sure these bundles of energy fit your lifestyle. In general, Dalmatians need lots of running room. They can have health issues like deafness. Dalmatians are easy to groom and trainable, can make good family pets for active families.
I like this little girl because she's going to take some of the pain away from the previous dogs we lost, and she's going to be just as good as they were.
More ahead on Dogs